In a school full of bullies, a lawless place reigned by the power of strength and fist alone. A first-year transfer student named Yeongha is seen being introduced in his class. He threatens the school that he was going to take over the school, which got his seniors pissed. Within 2 months of his arrival, Yeongha had taken over the school with his second-in-command named Jae-tae and third-in-command named Doyen. They are seen fighting with another school for touching their kids. Yeongha is seen sending his opponents flying with 1 punch each. He takes the leader of the opponent's school by the neck and brutally beats him up. His mates are seen screaming in war cries as they win the fight. A flashback shows that when Yeongha was in middle school, his friend was almost killed by a bully if he hadn't acted fast and escaped to the hospital with him. After hearing his friend almost died, Yeongha went to the bully and defeated him and his minions. Since then, he had been on top of the food chain to protect his people. Yeongha is called by the police to come to the station. Jae-tae and Doyen walk around with the guys when Doyen bumps his shoulder into a guy with a red hoodie. Doyen throws the first punch when the guy uses his footwork to step to the side. Since Doyen lost his balance after a hard swing, the opponent hit him at the back of his neck, knocking him out in the process. Yeongha is called by Jae-tae to tell him they got beat up by a guy in a red hoodie. Just then, that same guy passed by Yeongha as he compares the description Jae-tae gave him. He leaves the phone and attacks the guy from the behind. The hooded guy steps to the side, avoiding the punch. The hooded guy kicks Yeongha's leg, unbalancing him. He then punched his philtrum, making Yeongha pass out. The only thing Yeongha could see before passing out was the name of the gym behind the hooded guy's back. One man comes and places a card on Yeongha's hair, asking him to contact him. Yeongha's boys come and wake him up. Yeongha, who hasn't felt defeat before after his apex reign, with red blood eyes, he tells his boys to find the hooded guy. After some days, the boys were unable to find the hooded guy. Yeongha and his friends were walking when they met some boys from a different school belittling Yeongha for being beaten by one guy. A few minutes later, we see Yeongha brutally beating the boys, belittling him. Doyen tells Yeongha to stop when Yeongha uses his elbow on Doyen. He throws a punch when Jae-tae uses his palms to block the punch. Yeongha leaves to clear his mind when he sees the guy in the hooded dress. He chases the guy to a door which refuses to open when Yeongha forces. A man named Charles Kim comes and opens the door with a card which allows Yeongha in. Yeongha sees an illegal fighting arena where strong men are seen fighting themselves and beating each other up. Charles Kim explains that the place they are in is called the P.VP. It's a place where students come to fight for money and power. The more stronger opponents you defeat, the more fame, strength, and power you will have. Yeongha turns his head and sees a hooded guy being announced as the champion of the ring named Kang, and his challenger named Red Brick is also called in. Yeongha suddenly jumps on the stage and throws a punch at Kang as Kang dodges. Red Brick expressed discontent for Yeongha interrupting his match. Yeongha throws an elbow to Red Brick when Red Brick blocks with his palms. Red Brick throws punches as Yeongha has his guard up. Yeongha throws a blow which grazes Red Brick's cheeks. Red Brick counters as he hits Yeongha in the face and causes him to pass out. Red Brick finds his cheek bleeding as he is surprised. Yeongha is throws on the trash bin in the rain. A lady in a yellow suit comes to Yeongha and plans to help him. She turns her back as Yeongha sees the Hallim gym name on the lady's suit before completely passing out. He wakes up in the gym to hear the sound of the girl in the yellow suit hitting a punching bag. Yeongha decides to give up on his revenge and leave. Before he leaves, the lady in the yellow suit named Hallim asked Yeongha not to act like a thug. Yeongha punches the training bag as the impact is immense. He goes to a rooftop when Charles Kim, the manager of P.VP, comes to him. He motivates Yeongha and Yeongha decides to take the title of the strongest for himself. The following day, we see Yeongha with a first match in a cage. His opponent is named Goliath as he readies for the fight. The fight begins when Yeongha starts with an uppercut to Goliath's chin. He throws another straight when Goliath slips. Goliath counters when Yeongha blocks the punch. Goliath holds Yeongha by the neck and slams him to the ground. He lifts Yeongha to the sky and slams him to the ground again. He then lifts Yeongha by the head and continuously hits him in the face, over and over again, just when the referee was about to announce the match over. Yeongha miraculously stands up and tells to himself that, compared to Kang's punches, Goliath's own are weak. Both fighters throw blows as their fists clash. We see Goliath's fingers broken from the clash, as Yeongha follows up with a punch to the chest. He gives Goliath an uppercut when Goliath falls to the ground. Yeongha consciously punches Goliath as he falls to his knees. Yeongha uses his knee to strike Goliath in the face repeatedly, as before the guards come to stop him. Yeongha, with a bloodied face, asks Charles Kim whether his worth had gone high or not. Like and subscribe to watch the next part of this video.